Chapter 29, Making Adjustments. Those assembled watched the scene, and they were pleased to see that the two had finally patched things up. And Gregory went to enter the ocean to play with Julian and Hope, and the two kids had become fast friends despite the age difference. And Caron was sitting down on the sand, staring at nothing. A dark shadow was hanging over his eyes. And Sunshine petted Caron's hair, and then he asked, "Aren't you tired?" "No, I feel fine, just fine, doctor," said Caron Johnny. "Aren't you tired?" insisted Sunshine. "Tired of what?" asked Caron, confused. "Of dragging with you the memory of the old ogre. Don't you find it exhausting to live with so much hate?" asked Sunshine. And Caron turned his head in order not to look at Sunshine. "He is dead, Caron. Must you spend the rest of your life keeping the memory of the old ogre alive? As long as you think of him, it will be as if he did not die." Caron continued to soak till Julian and Gregory forced him to enter the ocean, and Caron allowed for his body to go float on the gentle waves. And it was a good beach day, and he was spending his time soaking. And 2 hours before dusk, Marina appeared with her Miss Lady appeared with her child, Amelia, and Peter. And the two made a small camp nearby, and Caron noticed the small trio. And he swam near Gregory, and he wrapped his arms around his shoulder. "So, Mr. Needy, are you going to forgive Peter and Miss Lady yet?" Helmer and Allan forgave each other, and Allan even apologized to us for putting a noise in the system. "And we should learn by example," said Caron. "Forgive and forget, as the saying goes." "No," said Gregory, kissing Caron, and he added, "Forgiveness should only be given to those who realized that they were in the wrong, and who made the effort to rectify that wrong. And it will take Helmer a lifetime of helping others to undo what he did, but the effort is what counts. And those two, they still think that they are in the right, and therefore I cannot forgive them because they have not even bothered to ask for forgiveness yet." "Yeah, fuck them," said Allan, putting himself between Caron and Gregory, and the three blacks floated for a bit. And close to sunset, the party got out of the water, and even the sea dragon Lotte left the ocean, and there was a wrist tide at night, and it was better not to push one's luck. And Julian and Hope were running back and forth, following the ebb and flow of the waves. And since the two had wandered off a bit from the main party, Miss Lady tried one last time to get Julian back. And when she approached Julian, the child stopped his game to look at his mother. And Hope, seeing Julian tense, started barking and growling, and Julian imitated Hope, and the two drew. And Julian imitated Hope, and this drew commotion and the commotion drew the others. And Allan, finding the game amusing, got on all fours, and he started barking at Miss Lady as well. And Gregory and Caron joined in as well. And before Miss Lady knew it, she had a bunch of lunatics barking at her. She yelled, half angry, half sad, "You're all crazy." And after they succeeded in repelling Miss Lady, the group returned to fooling about. And Hope went to Eric, and then he said, "Do you see that, Daddy? We shoot that creeper." "You certainly did, Hope," said Eric, laughing heartily. The sun started to set, and with the darkness started to creep the memory of that night. And Sunshine, distressed, said to Helmer, "And why don't you sing us something?" Helmer in response disappeared, and Allan followed after Helmer, and Helmer, frowning, said, "I see that you have improved your teleportation spell." "Not really," said Allan, "and frankly I do not know how I was able to find you so quickly this time. And let's go back, Daddy. Your adoring fans are waiting." Allan returned with his father, and Helmer faced the sea with his back turned to the small crowd, and then he started singing. "The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms." At the end of the song, the party clapped with an overinflated enthusiasm. The only person not clapping was Sunshine, who despised both his name and that stupid song. Hope said, "I will sing something now. Pari-pari-pari-pari-pee-pee. Pari-papi, pari-papi." "Oh, by the gods, I hope anything but that. Sing Jolene or something instead," said Sunshine, covering his ears. Darkness fell, and Sunshine started hyperventilating, and he only recovered from his panic attack as soon as his feet stopped touching the sand. And Helmer held on to Sunshine's hand, and he stroked his back to help it calm down. And Helmer said, "We can go home if you want to. I can't stand being there anymore. The clinic is too artificial. Take me anywhere else," said Sunshine, crying. "I live anywhere else," said Allan, volunteering. "Dad already agreed to come live with us, and want to come live with us as well, Sunshine." and Allan found amused in the strange expression on Helmer, and it was only there for a second, but Allan had the vague impression that Helmer was jealous. And Helmer wrapped his arms around Sunshine protectively, and he pushed Allan away. And in the end, Helmer and Sunshine ended up staying with Caron and Gregory. And Gregory seemed amused by the entire incident. "You're such a kid, Dad," said Allan, laughing. "And when you're ready, my doors will open to you, and let's go home, Marina." "Come in, big brother," said Marina happily. "And what was that all about?" asked Caron. "That's Helmer, all right," said Gregory happily. "And he always has to be the center of attention." Allan found the entire incident amusing, and since he was bored, he made plans to come back later to see what Helmer and Sunshine were up to. And the two were set up in the servants' quarter, and while Julian shared his room with Hope, who was extremely bored of his lesson, and the servant quarter was also at the moment serving as Julian's playroom. And Bron and Caron quickly picked out Julian's mess, and then they opened the window to let the fresh night air inside. And the party got bathed and changed into comfortable nightgowns. And since it was still a bit early, Caron suggested to Gregory, "And let's play a game of chess, and we haven't done so in a long time." "Can we watch?" asked Sunshine. Sunshine and Helmer followed, and Caron and Gregory got to the tea room, and Allan was there as well. And Helmer was far too focused on Sunshine to notice Allan. And the little guy had his arms wrapped around Sunshine's neck protectively. And Caron lost after a few turns, and he tried a second time with similar results. And Gregory, getting frustrated with Caron, said, "If you're not going to play in earnest, then why bother, Caron?" "I am going to play you in earnest. Let's try again," protested Caron. "If you lose this time, Helmer's going to be your magic teacher," said Gregory. "What? Why?" asked Caron angrily. "I don't want to," said Helmer, "and I don't need another baby to take care of." And Allan started to fake cry, and Helmer went to hug his big baby Allan. "Yes, I have my therapy session scheduled with Sunshine already. And during that time, I do not want you to spend it idle. Helmer's going to teach you magic," insisted Gregory. But Gregory," protested Caron, I don't want to." "That's the nature of our chess game, Caron," said Gregory. "The winner commands and the loser obeys." Caron restarted the game, and Gregory had been casually playing, and since Caron did not want Helmer as his teacher, he made the effort to focus on the game. And Allan had a gleeful look on his face, and from time to time he would play with his father's long strands of hair, and this distraction naturally caused Caron to lose again. "Well, you lost, Caron," said Gregory, smiling. "I guess Helmer's going to be your new master now." "No, I'm tired, Gregory, and I'm tired of you, and I'm tired of always doing what you want," protested Caron. "You're so needy, and you never stop to think about what I want, what I need, and everything has to be done when it is your convenience and the way that you want it, and I'm not your slave, I'm your partner. And I'm really, really tired, but if you have to try, then it isn't the real thing, is it?" Alright, that's the end of that chapter. Bye-bye, and God bless. Brandon.